Hello and welcome to the National News Update on Papyrus Global TV. I am Christiana Bago, and here are the headlines. Efcc defense clash over exhibit in Yahaya Bello. Governor Bago distributes over 100 vehicles to boost service delivery. Military inaugurates court-martial for alleged coup plotters. Tinubu celebrates 14-year-old Adeolu Oreofe for winning 2026 African Spelling Bee Championship. Tinubu reaffirms Nigeria's support for Gulf states amid regional tensions, calls for global peace and cooperation. Katsina set to emerge as regional oncology hub with new advanced imaging and cancer center. Senate demands rescue of abducted passengers. UTME candidates on Calabar Oron waterway. Enemy suspends Audu-led leadership, constitutes caretaker committee amid internal crisis. Dangote targets 650,000 barrels per day refinery in East Africa to boost Africa's industrial capacity. Man arrested in Ondo for alleged possession of human remains theft. And now the news in details. The Federal High Court in Abuja has adjourned the trial of former Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello until April 24th following a dispute between the Efcc and the defense over evidence presented in court. Justice Emeka Nwite fixed the date to rule on whether the anti-graft agency can represent a witness statement during testimony. The disagreement arose after the prosecution claimed inconsistencies in the evidence of its 12th witness, Abdullahi Jamilu. Bello's counsel objected, insisting proper legal procedure must be followed before the witness can be challenged. Umaru Bago has distributed over 100 vehicles to judges, boards and commissions in Niger State to improve service delivery. The symbolic handover took place at the Government House, Mina. Governor Bago said the initiative is aimed at addressing transportation challenges faced by public officials and boosting efficiency in government operations. He urged beneficiaries to use the vehicles strictly for official duties and ensure proper maintenance. Agencies that benefited include the Secondary Education Board, Civil Service Commission, Universal Basic Education Board, and the Judicial Service Commission. The Nigerian Armed Forces has inaugurated a general court-martial in Abuja to try 36 personnel accused of plotting to overthrow President Bola Tinubu. Proceedings began under tight security at the Scorpion Mess in Asokoro and were held behind closed doors with journalists denied access. The military trials runs alongside separate treason and terrorism charges before the Federal High Court. Human rights lawyer Femi Falana has called for all cases to be consolidated in civilian court. President Bola Tinubu has congratulated 14-year-old Adeolu Oreofe for winning the 2026 African Spelling Bee Junior category in Harare. Adeolu, a student of St. Lawrence Metropolitan College, defeated contestants from over 20 African countries and earned a $5,000 scholarship. Tinubu praised her determination, noting she overcame earlier setbacks to claim the title. He also commended her parents, teachers, and mentors. The president said her victory brings honor to Nigeria and inspires young people to pursue academic excellence. We will now take a short break and the news will continue when we come back.
Paglogma 2026. The Papyrus Global launches new series starting Tuesday, 3rd March 2026. The conversation starts now across Africa. Our languages may differ. Our borders may separate us, but our struggles bear semblance. Communities seeking opportunities, youth demanding inclusion, citizens calling for transparency. These are realities that unite us. Africa is united by a common challenge and a common responsibility, building resilient, inclusive, and sustainable communities. To set this conversation in motion, the Papyrus Global is launching the pre-conference live series, Governance that Touches Lives. Let's start where it matters the most.
President Bola Tinubu has assured Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates and other Gulf nations of Nigeria's solidarity following recent attacks linked to the US-Israel conflict with Iran. Speaking while receiving new ambassadors at the State House, Abuja, Tinubu said Nigeria remains committed to global peace and stability. He called for stronger international cooperation to address security and economic challenges. The president also invited foreign partners to invest in Nigeria, describing the country as a strategic destination for growth and opportunity. Katsina State is set to become a major cancer treatment hub in northern Nigeria with the construction of a new advanced imaging and cancer center. The facility will feature MRI, PET-CT scanners, and precision radiotherapy systems to improve early diagnosis and specialized treatment. Governor Dikora says the project will make quality healthcare more affordable and reduce medical trips abroad. Officials say the center will also support research and specialist training. When completed, the hospital is expected to serve patients from across Nigeria and neighboring countries. The Senate of Nigeria has ordered security agencies to urgently rescue at least 15 passengers abducted by suspected sea pirates on the Calabar Oron waterway. Lawmakers say some of the victims are candidates for the 2026 UTME, raising concern over their safety and academic future. The Senate also directed an investigation into rising piracy and insecurity on the route. It urged the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board to review exam posting centers to reduce long-distance travel by candidates. The Nigerian Medical Association is facing a leadership crisis after delegates at the emergency meeting in Abuja suspended National President Bala Audu over alleged constitutional breaches. Delegates also approved a caretaker committee to oversee the association pending elections scheduled for next week in Kano. However, the Audu-led leadership rejected the decision, describing it as unconstitutional and procedurally flawed. The dispute reportedly began after 6 candidates were disqualified from the forthcoming elections, deepening tensions within the association. Dangote has announced plans to build a 650,000 barrels per day refinery in East Africa, similar to its flagship facility in Nigeria. Speaking at a summit in Nairobi, Dangote said the project depends on strong government support and policy consistency. He described the refinery as part of a broader $40 billion investment plan across Africa by 2030. Dangote urged African nations to reduce dependence on imports and develop local industries. Analysts say the project could strengthen fuel supply and create jobs across the region. Ondo State Police Command has arrested a 29-year-old man in Oluji over alleged possession of suspected human remains and theft. Police say the suspect was apprehended after reports that he stole items belonging to his father, including motorcycles, goats, phones, gas cylinders, gold items, and rugs. Spokesperson DSP Abayomi Jimo said investigations are ongoing while one stolen rug was allegedly sold. Commissioner Adebowale Lawal has ordered a thorough probe. And that brings us to the end of today's news update. But before we go, a recap of our main headlines. Efcc defense clash over exhibit in Yahaya Bello. Governor Bago distributes over 100 vehicles to boost service delivery. Military inaugurates court-martial for alleged coup plotters. Tinubu celebrates 14-year-old Adeolu Oreofe for winning 2026 African Spelling Bee Championship. Tinubu reaffirms Nigeria's support for Gulf states amid regional tensions, calls for global peace and cooperation. For continuous coverage and breaking developments, stay connected with the Papyrus Global Television at papyrusdaily.com. I am your host, Christiana Babayo. Thank you for watching. Have a safe and informed day.